Okay, here we go with day 9. So what I ended up doing is getting in touch with GCG turbos and got myself a replacement key. So I wasn't confident that I could get that one to factory spec, so I decided to bite the bullet. That was pretty expensive, but I'd rather do it right. A little bit extra money's not going to kill. So this is it. It's right on the subject. So it's a lot smaller, replaces the original one, and there's a lot more aesthetic than that piece of shit. It's anodized aluminium, or aluminum if you're a Neanderthal. And the other thing I got, it's a HICAS Lock Bar. Also got a new radiator setup, comes with the thermofan, so all I need to do is transfer my current Davies Craig setup over onto it, flush the system, put new fluids in it like I said a couple of days ago, and that should be ready to go. So what I'll do is, I have the old boy coming over, so I'll get into something simple like that. I'll hook this up, keep it factory until I can do a few pulls, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to this because that stupid exhaust system actually crosses around the diff. So I'm going to go and have a look at that now. Be right back. Okay, I can get to it. So I need to get to that nut up there, or bolt. That bolt there, take that out, and then sort the tie rod ends out. So one that side, one that side. So what I will do is keep the wheels exactly where they are and take a measurement from a constant point, probably through the bolt line, to the top of that bolt there, and then when I put the bar in, I will make sure that measurement is the same, so it's going to be close. And then I will need to organise for a 4-wheel alignment and then that's HICAS completely locked out, no more rear wheel steering. Yippee, which means going sideways will be a lot more fun. So what I need to do is cut all this here off, and this will go over and replace that factory one, so there's not this big fat thing sitting here. It's going to be a nice, slender, better looking, more aesthetic I should say, option to what is he's done here. This is disgusting. How can you do that, really? Stupidity. Alright, so it's going to go from this to this to this. There we go, it's all done. That was quick and simple. Nice. Yes. What would you prefer? That or that? Yeah. Wank wank, money in the bank. It's a lot better. I like it. I like it. I love it. So that and the HICAS Lock Bar were from GK Tech. Pretty good company. Make a lot of good stuff, a lot of suspension parts, etc, etc. This isn't sponsored by them at all, but these guys make a really good product. So if you're after anything, give them a go. They're very cheap too, very affordable, very competitive with their prices, and the quality, look at it, it's amazing, it's good. So give them a consideration when looking, and you won't be disappointed. Alright, onwards and upwards. Okay, so that is now plumbed in. So the arrow points towards the wastegate. Right down here, see this little puppy there? I've blanked that off, that's on the intake side. And what that did is, with the two-stage boost controller, the old one, the original one controls the wastegate, the other one vents to atmosphere. Now, to keep within emissions, that vented back into the intake, which is that one that I've blocked off down there. So that's all that's for. The amount of air that would be polluted coming out of that is so minuscule it's not even worth talking about, but they do it anyway. So that's blocked off, that's plumbed in. These are wound all the way down so that it's pretty much running at wastegate pressure. So I will have to do a few pulls to adjust the lower side first, and I will have that at around about 7 psi at the moment, or half a bar. And I will have this side at 14 psi or 1 bar, and that will be very, very close, if not right on, the factory limit before the ECU cuts out for overboost. And you wouldn't want to push the stock turbo much further than that either, otherwise you could end up with a compressor in your manifold, or you could also end up with the turbine wheel down the bottom inside your cat. So I did have plumbed in my boost gauge into here, but I don't want to plumb it in here now. What I'm going to do is just unpick it. I'm going to run it down there and into here. And there is also a bob on the way. So I won't install the bob until I purchase the front mount intercooler. What are you doing? Hey? You buffhead? Sick him. Get it. That dog is such a buffhead. Alright, quick update before I move on to the next part. That is the HICAS motor out. There she blows. So basically it's quite easy. You just undo the 2 bolts. Before you undo the 2 bolts, you need to crack these. So you have to peel back this boot, crack those to loosen them off both sides, and then once you undo the 2 bolts and drop it down, you've got enough wriggle room in there to unscrew these, and they'll come off by hand once you've cracked them. It's quite easy. It's a really clean thread, so no rust or anything gets inside here. And then once you've dropped it, screw it off, and then do the other side, and boom, Bob's your auntie. And she cross dresses, mate. So there's both sides are the same. I just cracked this just in case I needed to break the seal for the tie rod end with my trusty splitter there. Didn't need to, so I'll do that up, put the split pin back in, no biggie. So there's just one body earth here sitting on the back, and then you have 3 connectors plus it's probably an earth connector right there. Done. So also what I did was replace the wire that is used in here to hold these boots on with stainless steel straps. They're basically like a cable tie, but better. So that's it, done. So from this point here, it needs a 4-wheel alignment. Make sure everything's all lined up and the car track straight. So all I'm going to do for the rest of the day is do a few pulls and dial in the push controller, and that's it, done for this day. So that's day 9 done. Until day 10, take it easy.